Alright, so hello people, today we are going to see the React fragment. So how to make our structure, our DOM, less heavy with the React fragment. So with JSX, so we are in a pretty basic create React app application, you always need to return a block or a wrapping element or a self-closing element. So what does that mean? Well, you always need to return something that wrap other elements, like here, for example, the div class name app, or something that is, like an H1, so just one tag like that will wrap its own content. It will also work. Or also something like a self-closing tag, so image, for example, that will just self-close itself. Okay, so the definition is that we need to return one block element, but it has nothing to do with the CSS inline block or whatever. For example, you can return a span right there, okay, with some text, because it will just wrap its own content. It's a block element or a wrapping element. And also the different self-closing tags, so BR, for example, or input, that kind of stuff. So you always need to return a wrapper element, a wrapping element, and or a self-closing element. All right. So since we always need to return something like that, and we can't do something like returning multiple H1, for example, multiple siblings, we can't return siblings. Okay, so this is not allowed. So sometimes the idea is just to create some div to just wrap everything. So it will work actually, but it will make our DOM more heavy, because right now, if I open my DOM and I look in my div root right there, so up my div root, I do have a div right there that will just wrap everything for nothing, because it adds nothing to our code and to our application right there. So this is useless to have that kind of div. Okay, so how can we just resolve that problem? Well, we could use the React fragment. So at first, in the early days of React, we will need to import React from React and do something like that. React.fragment and React fragment right there. Okay, so right now it will work the same, you see, but now it won't add an unnecessary div to our DOM. If you look right there, we don't have the div that wrap everything. All right, so this is a way to just not make our DOMs more heavy. So right now we do have a shortcut. We don't need to write React fragment anymore. We just need to open and close a chevron. And right there, we just need to do exactly the same. And you see that it will work the same. So it's pretty useful, and you don't need to import React from React. So it's even better, actually. Okay, so every time you want to return some siblings element and you don't want to create some unnecessary wrapper to wrap everything, well, you just need to use the React fragments, and you can use them with the shortcut like that. All right, this was a pretty little lesson, but I think this can be really useful for some people that were not, that didn't know the React fragment stuff. All right, see you next time. Bye.